Okay, this is the Sports Inquirer. Emar Sopatut here with Hannah Sadler from the Georgia State women's basketball team. You are coming off of a very good win over Coastal Carolina on February 23rd. You had 10 points and four rebounds. What about the performance of the team and being able to earn a conference victory?
I think we performed really well. I think we could have done a little better, but with everything we've gone through, I'm proud of us that we came out strong and got that win.
Yeah, and defensively, you're able to force 20 plus turnovers against Coastal Carolina. What about the defensive effort, just being able to force those turnovers and to get points off of that?
I think that's great. Our coaches are always emphasizing defense, and that's what we mainly want to focus on. So I think that's amazing that we can finally do that and it show.
Yeah, I've been looking at the past few games. You've really stepped up. You had 18 points and 12 rebounds, career highs against Troy on February 20th. What has it been about you individually these past few games that you think has led to your success?
Um, I think I finally kind of found my role on the team and I'm getting more comfortable since I did have to sit out a year. That's kind of a long time. So I think I'm finally comfortable and at that point.
What was that year like for you, transferring in from Old Dominion into Georgia State? What did you work on and off the court? I know the year was cut short with the pandemic, but what did you just try to get better at while you were sitting out for that year?
Definitely like my strength wise. So I was always in the weight room trying to get some more muscle on me since I have to play the post. So yeah, that's mainly what we emphasized. But I worked on my shot, my post moves, but mainly the weight room. That was key.
Yeah, and you're from Georgia, and you went to Old Dominion for to start your collegiate career, but then you came back to the state of Georgia with Georgia State. What led to that transfer, and what was that process like for you?
Um, Basically, I was homesick. I just wanted to come home. The process was a little tough. It was a little tough to leave that school, but everybody just greeted me with open arms. I automatically clicked with the coaches, with the players, and they just took me under and made it 10 times easier.
Yeah, and talk about a little bit more of your background. Is you have a very interesting background. I see that you are I guess, in modeling and fashion. I see that your father was a former professional athlete. We'll start with the off the court stuff. Do you find a lot of success in that activity as far as I think modeling and being in the fashion industry?
Yes, definitely. Modeling has helped me with so much because I'm a very shy person. So it made me kind of have to come out of my shell. So I love to do that. And so any chance I get, if we don't have practice a game, I'm trying to do a photo shoot. So
Now, are you doing them by yourself? Like, has things changed now with the pandemic? Are you doing them yourself? Do you
yes.
have a team with you? How have you kind of worked through the pandemic with your fashion?
Well, COVID has definitely made it a lot tougher. So I'm not shooting as much, but the ones I have done, like the whole team, like they try to make it as small as possible. So it's usually just like the makeup artist, maybe styling, and the photographer. They don't want a lot of people, and they all have masks on. Everybody gets tested. They're taking a lot of precautions. Yes.
Yeah, sure. And then also, it's in your family. You come have professional athletes in your family. How does that help with just when you're growing up, and even now as you make your way through your career?
Um, I guess because they expect a lot out of us. We didn't really have a choice
Oh no.
not to play a sport. We had to play a sport. They didn't care which sport it was. So I grew up playing soccer. So that was my sport. And they just have always been very supportive. They've been at every game. They are just amazing, have high expectations of us.
What led to the change to basketball from soccer?
My sophomore year in high school, I just really loved the team and it just made me realize like how much I loved basketball. So something just clicked and I'm like, basketball is what I love. I gotta switch.
Sure. And now the team's going to wrap up their regular season against South Alabama. What do you? You have a few games left for the conference tournament. What are you individually as a team working to get better at or continue to do well as we get towards this home stretch of the year?
I think as a team, we're trying to get better at being consistent and playing the whole 40 minutes, not just kind of picking and choosing. Because sometimes we have the tendency to dig ourselves in a hole. So we're trying to get better at that and come out stronger at the beginning. And me personally, I'm trying to be more consistent as well and try to just bring as much energy as I have.
Okay, well, Hannah, thank you for your time. We appreciate it, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.